Victoria's flood crisis has claimed a second life with the death of a 20-year-old woman swept away when she tried to cross a creek. And we're being warned there's more to come. Some towns are now bracing for a second hit, leading to evacuations, and there are flood alerts for outer Melbourne as the Yarra rises.
Nina Barake had set off for work in her four-wheel drive on Wednesday, but never arrived. Search and rescue crews found the 20-year-old's body in her car this morning. The Simpson locals' pet dogs were with her when police say she drove through water 2 metres deep. It's the second Victorian flood tragedy after a man's body was found near his submerged car in Gippsland yesterday.
Our advice is that he definitely got out of his car and that unfortunately he died as he was waiting to be rescued.
We have seen those 42 flood rescues that have occurred in the last 24 hours.
Extra crews are being brought in from around the state after the extreme weather put unprecedented pressure on our emergency services. There have been 7,400 calls for help, 121,000 homes without power, over 100 roads closed, and 3 major flood warnings for the Thomsons River, Traralgon Creek and Yarra River.
The rivers that are currently showing flood warnings will be staying at some of those levels perhaps for a little bit longer than they might otherwise have been.
And the flood threat will return to the state's east.
We are expecting to see another 80 to 100 millimetres of those levels perhaps for a little bit longer than they might otherwise have been.
And the flood threat will return to the state.
The mental health thanks to How the guards grab the branch. Okay, let's see. Dr. Kara, what is this? It's all and the hands telling something. Like Kara. What's this? Fall to the and the mountain, we fall from the mountain when we refer to Karamosa and the Kalupmosa.
Go on, give up. Medication. Time of good, please. Relax. Come on.
What it is that you want. I don't know what it is. Take it. Orderly. I don't want to take anything. I don't know what it is. There's nothing wrong with me that I need medication.
There's nothing wrong with you.
No, there's nothing wrong.
You're fine.
Yes, I am.
Well then, you shouldn't have any trouble finding this. By finding it, you certify that you were wrong when you stated the boy returned to you by the police was not your son. It further stipulates that the police were right in sending you here for observation, and it absolves them of all responsibility. Sign it.
Yes,
Well then, the condition is not improved. Sign it. You can be out of here first thing tomorrow morning.
But I wasn't wrong. He's not my son. My son is still missing.
Miss Collins, you're becoming agitated.
Yes, please. I'm not signing that because he's not my son.
Orderly!
He's not my son.
Orderly!
My son is missing.
The patient is becoming hysterical.
My son is
See
missing.
to it she's sedated properly.
On the 3rd of May, showing a miracle in 2014 leaded to scam of Bankstown Police, Australia, keep fighting God miracles. The miracle is this, posting this a photo from a Facebook account. After posting, there is a line hidden inside the text showing the God ثالث من صلب على الإنسان منزلا بالأرض بالعذاب أبصرت روحها أخراه ربنا جليس. And the end at number 1. سبح اسمه الأعلى نجوما للسماء صابئة مجوسة أعلى نجوم السماء الشمس. فهذا الخط يمثل الترينيتي ايسوس اوسايرس حورس crucified and unified with Ra حورختي. And this has been treated as a mental illness from scam of humanity. So when the humanity keep watching them, our God is not weak. Be with you in a car could cause death. It's the most serious accident. Be with you in a car and in the same failure to close myer by Thursday, your eyes will be closed to dark, your ears, your nose closed to death. And this for the water God, the God of water, God so big. So be with you in a car will cause death. It was in the 30th of May, and a flood happened. It's the worst. And bodies found submerged. So failure to close myer. When we talk to the government know when we say something it will happen. So when the government take it funny or take it without careless, your government is killing you. Who killed these people? The government, because they know there is a supernatural something. There is a supernatural power will kill. Why? Because after showing a miracle, they send scam of police to make arrest for the highest IQ score ever measured in Egypt. And for a kid, it's the result of exam of intelligence exam number 1. It's the real number 1. So when this number 1 intelligent be treated as a thief or a shoplifting or this rubbish because they don't want to compensate for their crimes, and then threaten to be in a mental facility and bring some rubbish psychiatrist, and the humanity is watching, the result is, as we warned, this was, and before this also was this account John King, the 4th of December 2019, بعد أكثر after 10 nights from explaining the crimes of Nazi police, the whole earth gave me their back. أعرض عني أهل الأرض فسنرى ما رب الأرباب فاعله. The God of gods is the God of sun, the supreme God. اللهم إني أشهدك أني غني بك عن العالمين، كما أعرضوا عني أعرض عنهم وأرنا بموتهم آية، أثق بموتهم ولكن ليشهد كفرة الأرض. ده الفيديو on the 4th of December. Again, كانوا عاملين لي بان من الشوبينج وأرست وقرف to stop me from working on intelligence text. تم منعي من دخول الشوبينج ظلما وبهتانا on December the 2019. فضائح بوليس مجرم قبل انتهاء سنة المانع which was on the 8th of January 2020. ستحدث كارثة إلهية تجعل الكل يرتجف، سيكون كأفلام السينما. أفلام السينما So at that time I used to go to work in the same verses. If you find verses, here the verses. The verses shows portraits like this. You can find here the same fingerprint here, the numbers and the numbers of letters. So this is shows photos have a look at this. So when you pop this photo up to down, it gives you another. It gives you Muhammad Munir. When you put it up to down, it gives you Muhammad Munir. Muhammad, so put it up to down again. Gives you Muhammad as drawn by the I don't have any hate to any woman or to white woman. They love me and I love them. If there is a psychopath woman, it doesn't mean the whole women are bad. And the Myer syndrome started because of a Lebanese woman. She's a psychopath. She was a psychopath is in every race. So when I'm warning, I know that there is a very serious invisible power kills. So you did something wrong, against something is doing, against someone is doing something very serious for the humanity. Putting the whole religion in one text to fix the earth is something very serious. When you take it, create this was careless and to follow him, want to put me in a risk, be in a car with you. It's about psychiatrist. Ask your psychiatrist if there is ability that someone is being in two places in the same time, or the spirit can move while he sleep or while he's awake, and go to another where and can eat lives. You can ask your psychiatrist ابن الشرموطة, because it's very serious. By next Thursday, Failure with Meyer will be another movie. So you caused the world COVID-19, and you're still following me and making arrests and headache. You fucking rubbish. Here is the camel of Qaswa from Muhammad, the terrorist. So when someone does this, if he is in Arabic countries, will be in a very high risk. That's why we here. We here because we love Egypt, to save Egypt. Here is Ibn Sharmouta Trump in the same text. In the same text. Here is Trump, الكلب, as in Simpson. So this piece of art is very serious. Yeah, you shouldn't come to fuck with me because of stealing a cat food. We don't have time for this rubbish. So if you like to put my life in a risk, we'll come to you. We'll disease you. Because we are not weak. We bring to the humanity the whole universe in this text. We're not weak. The God here is not weak. The God of darkness is not weak. This text is not weak. We will come to you. We watch your brain. Once you think, we can implant things in your brain and take things from your brain. Once you think to do something bad, you will kill your family. You will kill your family. As an idiot here in Australia who was saying you can't travel and you can't blah blah blah. His father died and he's trapped here. He wasn't able to travel to Lebanon. He wasn't able to travel to Lebanon, so that he challenged the God and he lost. And he's a witness for the power of a God. So will not kill you, you will not die, but you kill those who you love, so that you witness the power of God. If you died, no one will know. But when people around you die, so you witness the power of God, and you can save innocents when you do the right thing with myer. Close. It will be in Wikipedia. Humans are being treated now like rubbish. And they say you'll be fallen, thrown, and cry, and lost to death, then fall to hell, and they fall already. That means they are in hell.